This week, our collection of meditations goes to print, for which I'm continually thankful to Reverend Mark Lineville for insisting that it be done and pushing us to, this is not the communion meditation. Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. Prayer, meditation, contemplation are words used in religious communities, and people are not always very clear about what they mean about those words, and they do get to be kind of fluid. But when I say meditation, what I mean is thinking about something, concentrating on something. And so as our community of faith evolved from being sort of a progressive Christian but very theistic community into a more post-theistic or humanist or panentheistic way of seeing our own faith journey, you stop addressing prayers to a God who intervenes in human history, and you begin to meditate as a community about the values and aspects of our spirituality that we share. And so at some point, Mark pointed out that we really need to make these meditations a gift to the progressive community at large and not just keep it to ourselves. You would think that would be fairly easy to do. I wrote almost all of them. You pull them together, you clean them up a little bit and print them, but because we don't have to credit anybody or footnote anything or anything like that. But it did turn into a Herculean effort to get it into print. And I can't even remember, Mark, how many are in here total. It's 300 or so meditations that we hope that churches will use to try to make this transition easier for them as we move into a more critical thinking, more mindful and aware way of being progressive faith communities. Wipf & Stock gets to set the price on this, and they priced it at $25, but I get a one-time opportunity to buy some at 60% off. So I've ordered 100 of these books. So they're going to cost me $10.50 a copy when we get them. I hope that our listeners and as well as our own faith community will help me to get these books into the hands of ministers and priests and pastors who lead corporate worship services and faith gatherings around the country. I'll sign and mail them out. I think the cost of mailing it's going to be about $3.50. So, you know, for $14, I can mail a copy to anyone that you ask me to mail it to, or you can pick them up here at church for $10.50. I hope we'll have them by next weekend. But one of the things, by being bold enough to ask our listeners globally to contribute to our church, is to keep us in business long enough for us to give a gift to the rest of progressive communities everywhere, to be able to produce the books that we're producing that will help them not have to reinvent the wheel as we have over the past 11 years, to constantly be questioning ourselves and evaluating ourselves. So our church doesn't exist for the benefit of those who live in Springfield, Missouri only. I hope you all feel a sense of importance and benefit from it, but we really are a resource for thousands of people beyond our immediate community. So we're bold to ask for your support because we're not done yet. We're just not done yet. There may come a day when we're not needed anymore, but that day isn't today, and I don't think it's going to be anytime in the next 3 or 4 years. So let's do what we can to keep ourselves on our feet and continue to resource a larger community of folks that are trying to figure out what it means to be people of faith in the 21st century. Thank you for your support.